The first time I taught ser and ir in the present tense, I was so relieved. I was so happy because I assumed that because these verbs share the exact same conjugation in this tense, my students were going to be happy too because they didn't have to learn another irregular conjugation. Then, poof, my happy bubble just bursted. They start asking me, Daniela, if they share the same conjugation, how am I going to know which verb am I using? In this video, I'm going to teach you the difference between ser and ir in Spanish in the present tense. I'm going to tell you some tips so you can identify them right away, and we're going to test your knowledge of this tense with a quiz where you have to identify these verbs by yourself. Hi everyone, this is Daniela from Tell Me Spanish y estoy aquí para ayudarles a hablar español de forma más natural. Ser and ir are two of the most essential verbs in Spanish. And I understand if you don't like them. They are so changing. They are changing all the time. So yeah, I get it. You probably don't like them. So how are you going to identify these verbs in the present tense? Well, let's start with ser. In Spanish, ser is a reporter. It's a journalist. You use ser to say what or how something or someone was in the past. In other words, ser expresses characteristics, possession, and profession. But this is important. You only going to use this verb when you're talking about a specific time or a finished action. For example, Tomás fue muy grosero. Tomás was so rude. He's always like that. ¿Ustedes fueron novios? Did you guys date? I didn't know that. That's so exciting. Fueron unos días muy pesados. I just had a very difficult days. You poor thing. Take a few days off. Fui maestra de español durante 2 años. I was a teacher for 2 years. I want you to check something when you're using ser. If you pay attention to the examples, ser is followed by adjectives because you're describing characteristics, nouns, this is an adjective again, and this is a noun. Ser works with adjectives and nouns because, again, you're saying what or how something or someone was. I'm going to put this here for you, nouns and adjectives. However, I want you to keep this tip in mind. Do not confuse fue with era. Let me give you an example. Tomás fue muy grosero. Tomás was very rude. This is a very isolated incident. Okay, I suppose I can let it go. But if I say Tomás era muy grosero, we have a problem here because I'm saying that Tomás used to be very rude all the time. So maybe I don't want to be friends with him anymore. Let's go check ir. And again, it is going to use the same conjugations as ser. And over here I have ir with some hearts around, not because this is a lovable verb. I mean, everybody knows it's not lovable, but because this is going to give you a tip that I'm going to show you right now. Ir in the past tense expresses destination or direction. You can use it to talk about the places that you went to or actions you went or someone else went to do. Ir has a crush on prepositions. Ir cannot live without prepositions. He is in love of prepositions. Let me show you some examples. ¿Por qué fuiste a la panadería? Why did you go to the bakery? I mean, you know why. Mi mamá fue por mis hermanos. My mom went to pick up my brothers. I told you that ir is in love with prepositions. Another example. Ayer fui a comprar unos zapatos. Yesterday I went to buy some shoes. So From the get-go, when you hear sentences with fue, fuiste, fue, fuimos, fueron, the quick way to know is this ser or ir is paying attention to the preposition. Is it a preposition a, por, para, following the conjugation? Oh, it's going to be ir. Or is it talking about a profession or an adjective? It's going to be ser. Quick tip with ir. Me fui. Yo me fui a las 10. I went at 11. What is this me fui thing? Me fui is the preterite form of irse, the pronominal form of ir. It's going to use the same conjugations, but you're going to use the pronominal pronoun. I'm going to leave you a link in the description so you can learn how to use ir and irse in Spanish. So now that you know what the difference between ser and ir is, I'm going to give you a quick challenge. It's going to be very simple. I'm going to give you 5 complete sentences. Your job is just telling me in the comments if I was using ir or ser. Let's start. Number 1. Ayer fui al dentista. Number 2. Tus amigos fueron muy amables conmigo. Number 3. Tú fuiste amiga de Juan durante 5 años. Number 4. ¿Con quién fuiste al cine? And number 5. ¿Cuál fue tu película favorita? Leave your answers in the comments and I'll give you feedback if you need it. Before we finish this video, I want to give you some additional resources in case you want to go deeper into this topic. The first one is a video on this same topic, just in Spanish. That way you get to practice a little bit more. Number 2, I'm going to leave you some conjugation guides. As you know, ser and ir are co-captains of the irregular verbs team in Spanish. They are very regular most of the time. So I'm going to give you some conjugation guides so you can check how to conjugate these verbs in different tenses. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please hit the like button and I hope to see you soon. Bye!